summer has returned to Mongolia. With it, milder temperatures, meaning livestock can graze on these endless grasslands. Though it's a routine as old as time, this year is different. These animals are the survivors of the coldest winter in half a century. A quarter of this herder's livestock didn't make it.
They were very skinny. They used up all the fat and stamina they'd collected in the autumn. There was no grass or food, and they died of exhaustion.
Over 7 million animals died this year, 1/10 of Mongolia's entire livestock population.
What can I do? Of course, it's upsetting to a certain extent, and that's it. But it's okay. We cannot die with our livestock. You have to get back on your feet, and that's it.
90% of Mongolia's territory has just lived through a devastating Zod, an extreme weather phenomenon made up of dry spells and brutally cold winters. This spring, grass struggled to break through layers of ice, and animals starved to death. With climate change, Zods have become harsher and more frequent.
There's no way that the young people will go out into the countryside and earn an income with so few animals.
Gantumor's 5 children all live in the city with no intention of taking over the family tradition.
This is the belt. It must be tight.
Mongolia's nomadic herders tend to animals for their fur, milk and meat, and move their homes from pasture to pasture according to the seasons.
I started herding when I was 16. Since 1986, it's been our only way of life. So I'll continue doing this.
Others, though, have given up the nomadic way of life. Each year, thousands of herders put down their yurts or gers on the outskirts of big cities. Gandalgor is one of them.
The city is quite stuffy, with a lot of buildings and houses.
The 61-year-old stopped herding after the Zod of the year 2000. All her livestock died in one winter. Her husband had passed away just a year before.
There was too much snow during the Zod. My husband had died. My kids were small. There was no one to look after the animals.
Life in the city comes with its own challenges, though. A quarter of Mongolia's population lives in these peri-urban areas. It's here where air toxicity reaches record highs as families burn coal to get through the harsh winters. Internal migrants both contribute to and are the first victims of pollution. Since moving, Gandalgor has developed bronchitis.
I don't go outside that much in winter, only if I really must. I always wear a mask outside. If I cough, there is a pressure on my chest, with pain.
Although her health has deteriorated, she has no regrets. The move to the city has brought more opportunities for her children and grandchildren. NGO director Mushi is on a mission to help vulnerable populations by tackling the country's pollution problem. His organization replaces coal with electricity.
Our purpose is to replace all of them with our package called Cooking, Heating and Insulation Package, or CHIP.
The 200,000 coal burners in Ulaanbaatar contribute to some 80% of the air pollution in the capital.
So this is your average electric heater on the 3 sides. And we have built this wooden cabinet to kind of imitate the traditional Mongolian coal-burning stove.
Backed by UNICEF, his NGO has installed 2,100 of these packages around the country. Although many don't trust the heaters, they fear blackouts in the dead of winter when temperatures can drop to minus 45 degrees Celsius.
It is a real concern, to be honest, but we are only installing these packages in areas where electricity infrastructure is well developed. We could scale this up further if and once our electricity infrastructure is also maintained well.
Cities remain ill-equipped to take in new arrivals. Though authorities have banned the use of unrefined raw coal in the capital, air quality in Mongolia is still 6 to 10 times worse than what the WHO considers safe.